And as we come on the air, nearly 2,000 Entergy Arkansas customers are without power on this hot summer day, the result of what the company calls, quote, a planned outage. Here's a better look at the Entergy Arkansas map. It shows nearly 200 homes in southwest Little Rock without power, plenty more across the state into Louisiana. As of right now, restoration times vary. It may be a good time to download our free THV 11 app to stay connected.
And that's when you have to do the whole damp washcloth to keep yourself cool, because we do have heat advisories in effect and excessive heat warnings also in effect across a large chunk of Arkansas. The excessive heat warning in effect for the River Valley. Everybody else, including us here in Little Rock, is under a heat advisory. And here's the reason. It feels like 107 in Hot Springs already. Feels like 111 in Arkadelphia. We're closing in on it feels like a 100 in Little Rock. Much cooler in Northeast Arkansas because they have clouds in that part of the state. They had some showers and thunderstorms earlier this morning. 76 is the actual air temperature in Jonesboro, but it's 97 in Hot Springs. Here's a 3-hour radar loop. There's that batch of showers and thunderstorms winding down as it makes its way from Arkansas into Tennessee. It's pretty quiet across central Arkansas, but there's one lone shower that has popped up very close to the Arkansas Post Museum in Arkansas County. Future radar shows the potential there could be a stray to isolated pop-up shower storm this afternoon into this evening. Most locations will stay dry. Temperatures today shooting up into the mid to upper 90s, and look what happens tomorrow. I think we'll have more triple-digit heat across the state. I'll let you know if this will continue to be the case going to the weekend coming up.
The city of Little Rock is focusing on pedestrian safety 2 years after a man died when he was hit by a car. In fact, it was 2 years on this day. Jamal Lewis lost his life. He was killed while walking across South University, a busy area known for having few sidewalks or streetlights. Now, Little Rock is hoping to change that through a new grant. And we spoke with Jamal's sister, who says she's glad to see something being done, but that it will never be enough to fill the hole left in her family.
It's giving people, a way to walk and be safe. But with my brother's death, I know it doesn't do anything for me.
The city will find out this fall if they are approved for the $25 million grant. As for Jamal Lewis, anyone with any information is urged to contact your local police. Fears today are growing at Saracen Casino over rumors that could affect plans to fund colleges across the state. After sitting down with casino staff, our team learned Saracen would like to make online slots and table games legal. Part of the money earned would be given to statewide name, image, and likeness, or NIL, programs for athletes to earn money from their talents. Now, there are suggestions that schools like the University of Arkansas don't need that money, and that could delay Saracen from getting the needed legal permission to go forward with the slots and table game plans.
My sense of urgency is to help my alma mater, where I went to college. And with every day that we wait, we are wasting opportunities to provide tools to Fayetteville to put the best team on the field they can.
Saracen's chief marketing officer is hoping for a hearing soon so they can hit the ground running. This afternoon, a former Northeast Arkansas police officer is waiting to find out whether he'll face charges after being fired. Jonesboro's police chief has fired this former officer, Joseph Harris. He was seen on video beating a man in handcuffs who was in the backseat of the patrol car. The case is now in the hands of prosecutors, as the chief also asks that Harris be decertified as an officer in Arkansas. And in a THV 11 update, we've learned a Pulaski County judge is refusing to throw out a lawsuit against the Arkansas Learns Law. According to the judge, the group behind the lawsuit showed enough evidence to back up their claim. The suit calls out the Learns Law, saying it violates a part of the Arkansas Constitution. Documents show the suit claims some tax money is to be used for maintaining and operating schools around the state. And in another update, Attorney General Tim Griffin is dropping claims that a Fort Smith company may have had ties to China or the Chinese Communist Party. The state launched an investigation after the Agriculture Department raised some red flags. AG Griffin has confirmed that the company, called 4811 South Zero Street LLC, is not connected to illegal foreign activity. Today, the Pine Bluff Fire Department is working to find out what caused this old church to catch fire. This video will give you a closer look at the flames that totally engulfed the vacant church. And according to the city's fire chief, it took hours to contain the blaze. So the focus now is how to stop these vacant building fires from happening, not just in Pine Bluff, but statewide.
We have a system in place where we identify those, we share that information with our dispatch. We try to have as much information going into that situation, especially on something this big, because it can go bad real quick.
As the department works to keep people safe, they're also trying to hold the property owners of these buildings more accountable. In North Little Rock, people are making sure that a community garden continues to flourish. The garden sits in the Dark Hollow area, and it had become run down in recent years. But it's all changing as the community is bringing it back to life. It's the work of the people living there and a new approach.
Is the automated irrigation that we have. So that way you don't have to worry about any kind of watering. You don't have to come out here at any particular point in the day or in the evening. We have it's all automated in the morning. It'll come back on at night.
The garden is now ready to use and even has a new partnership with people in high school to secure volunteer hours. In your election central, the legal fight for November's ballot continues. This time, more groups are joining a lawsuit against the Arkansas Secretary of State. It comes as we wait for the Arkansas Supreme Court to decide on whether to count tossed signatures regarding the abortion amendment. Earlier this week, we told you the state attorney general sued to allow other petitions to submit paperwork, and the Supreme Court recently ruled to allow groups behind the casino and the marijuana push to join that fight. That's because the two groups were worried their efforts could get blocked too. 4 of the court's 7 justices voted to let them join. Right now, no word on whether this will delay the final decision, but the deadline to finalize November's ballot is on August 22nd. And in the race for Washington, the GOP is beefing up attacks against the Democratic Party. Natalie Brand shares why Republicans are focusing on voters and how the competition is responding.
Vice President Kamala Harris's running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, is campaigning solo on a multi-state tour from west to east. While speaking to union workers in California Tuesday, he defended his military record against Republican attacks, including from rival J.D. Vance.
I'm proud to serve my country, and I always will be.
Vance, a Marine Corps veteran, has accused Walz of stolen valor for comments Walz made about carrying weapons in war, though Walz did not serve in combat. Vance also claimed Walz left the military to avoid deploying to Iraq. CBS News confirmed Walz retired after 24 years in the National Guard to run for Congress months before his unit received orders to deploy.
I firmly believe you should never denigrate another person's service record.
Former President Donald Trump is also back on the campaign trail today in North Carolina to talk about the economy. Some aides tell CBS News Trump should focus on policy attacks, not personal ones. Former primary rival Nikki Haley echoed that concern, saying it's not a strategy to win.
The campaign is not going to win talking about crowd sizes. It's not going to win talking about what race Kamala Harris is. It's not going to win talking about whether she's dumb. It's not. You can't win on those things. The American people are smart. Treat them like they're smart.
Harris will also be in the battleground state of North Carolina talking about the economy in her first policy speech on Friday. On that issue, CBS polling from earlier this month shows Trump maintains a lead with voters who say they'll be financially better off with his policies. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Still ahead this morning, how much screen time is too much? Find out why overstimulation could be damaging for your children. How to keep them safe after the break.
And the ground is certainly drying out across the state of Arkansas. The wildfire danger, moderate risk for the southern half of the state, and also a new burn ban has been posted for Sevier County. Will we see any significant rainfall over the next 7 days? I'll have that answer coming up.